Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Rules Campaign 1. This is episode 98. Now, I have a few things to go over before we get started. Obviously, we're now 3 weeks in a row missing. Normally, that doesn't happen. However, uh, this last month has been incredibly hard to get people together. And it's of no one's fault of their own. Unfortunately, we've had multiple situations where people's family members are getting ill, people are dying, that type of thing. And unfortunately, that is the case today as well. Um, Austin and Squirtle will not be here, to my knowledge. I will. I'm still waiting to hear back from Squirtle, but my assumption is that he won't be able to make it. Um, and Austin told me that he's just not going to make it because of family situations that we're thinking about you guys. It's this world is not fair, and sometimes it hits you in the teeth, and unfortunately, this is one of those days. But we also had Easter pop up in the middle of that, and people were going to be missing, and it's just been it's been one thing after another. But we're back. We're live. We're gonna get going with this story. We're gonna have a definite recap because it's been 3 weeks for everybody. And if you hear any orneriness from a dog, it's because I'm the only one here at the house, and Jackson is solely reliant on me to do anything that he wants to do. So he's gonna be grumpy about probably sitting still for 2 hours, 3 hours. So, but okay. I'm going to double check one thing before we actually get started. We're going to make Andy. But okay. Let's see here. Anything else that I need to do? Any other announcements? No, nothing that I can think of. Oh, Squirtle's finally getting back to me. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured would be the answer. Yeah, it looks like no Squirtle. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, a little bit of delay here to the start of this episode. But unfortunately, it's the downside of having a live show is that you have to do everything as it comes. And my hair's getting long. Need to get a haircut for sure. But all right, let's get into it.
Now.
Oh joy.
I'm actually using a walker now to get around because if I don't have like
Okay. All
I uh I don't know if it was a result of changing to this job where you're on your feet all the time, which I'm probably going to lose. Or there's something else going on. I have a MRI.
Okay, there's medical stuff being shared, so I'm gonna entertain you.
Because it makes me fuck.
All right, we're Todd's sharing medical information right now, and I am not going to broadcast that to the internet. So we're going to light a candle, and we're going to wait until he's done. Yeah, as you could tell, our little group is I'm not gonna say it's I'm not going to say we're all suffering here, but it has been some moderate issues as of late for everybody. Me, I've just been sick. I've been really sick the last 2 weeks. I think I caught COVID, so you know how it is. But you done? All right, you guys ready?
What?
No,
Just
that's
for
what
you, I
I'm looking
am.
for.
Oh,
Always ready for you, Dee Dee.
I'm all right. Fine. I'm just gonna deafen again. I'm kidding. All right. Recap because it's been 3 weeks, and then we'll get into it.
Back, Wazowski.
I know. All right. Let me. Okay. Last we left off, Rat Bastards, you made your way to the capital city of Arune, Esproar. The hometown of your resident ball stabber, Elka. With this, you were all brought into Visitors Lane, a section of housing, basically a housing district, built for visitors to the city itself, and honestly the country. The fact that you knew this, but the fact that you've been able to wander about the country without much impediment is pretty astonishing. This is a very secretive country, and you've just been kind of waltzing through it with no problem. So, good thing you have a burning heart on your side, I guess. But, last session, you guys were speaking about what's next. You were guaranteed a meeting with the inner circle of the leaders of Arune. You learned that their name is the Rialóir. 5 members and leaders of 5 households in this country that control a majority of the political or geopolitical decisions throughout the country. Elka, you had a bit of a reunion with your mother, as well as your brother, Pavin, down at the Burning Heart Estate, where you also had a unexpected reunion with your grandfather. After a little bit of conversating back and forth, and I guess conversations that needed to be had between you and your mother, you made your way back to the visitors' lane, where you slept for the night, and Weaver, you were woken up to a knock on the gate. Or you didn't sleep, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep. But you were startled into focus, we'll call it, by a knock at the gate, where you answered it. You saw a long, spindly, frail-looking archfey with long, pointy ears, long black hair, wearing these glorious black and gold with green tinged robes, and he introduced himself as Onyx Mistgem, one of the representatives of the Mistgem family, and one of the Rialóir, one of whom you're set to meet with today. He arrived early in the day, asking if everybody was ready. Once you told him no, he stated that he would be on his way, but he would be back to fetch you once you are ready. With that, we're going to start with a roll for who all woke up during that conversation. I believe it was Zane.
That was, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Zane, go ahead and roll a perception check normally, and Vivra, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
We love that. Modifier. Did I do this right?
You
14 with disadvantage doesn't suck,
20.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dirty.
dirty 20?
Yep.
Okay. DC was 10. It's not too hard to see. As Onyx is leaving, you see what looks to be a small lizard-like creature kind of flap and land on the wall of your compound. you reckon we've raised. I think actually no, both of you would recognize this creature as a as a dragon. This is a what looks to be either a familiar or a smaller butterfly winged dragon. You have actually seen these creatures before once before when you're trudging through the forest. Way back when you first came to Arune. These are dragons that have primarily taken on more fairy features and functions and are masters of illusion. But this one seems to stay curled up and watching you on the wall. Zane, with your dirty 20, you notice a branded, magically for sure, on its forehead, what looks to be some sort of familial insignia. You've seen the Burning Heart insignia. It does not match that.
Okay.
But you get the sense that with your perception and with the sudden leaving of Onyx, you get the sense that maybe this is familiar, or it could be just a friendly nearby dragon that seems to want to perch up on your wall and watch you. But the morning is yours. Your meeting is set for whenever you guys want. You both see Aiko kind of like wandering out, kind of misty-eyed, walking up to Aragon, his dragon, and starting to feed him breakfast. You also see Beep, Arval, kind of wandering out, kind of getting more of a lay of the land, looking around. He will also notice the dragon on the wall, and kind of walk up, and you'll see him like walk up and look at it. And as he like kind of looks at it, the dragon will like stand up, look, like kind of slit its eyes at him, and you just see a puff of like pink like dust come out of its mouth right at Beep. Beep kind of like takes a step back, kind of coughing a little bit, and as he's done coughing in the dust, and the pink dust settles, the dragon is gone. And
would I recognize this dust?
I'd say what would be a good check for this? I'd say you can either make a nature check or you can make a history check, because you have seen this dust before. But it was a very long time ago, and it was brief.
It was probably something that Thaddeus breathed in.
Actually, you're right, it was.
Oh, no shit?
Uh-huh.
How does that dirty 20 do?
Dirty 20. Okay. Yeah, you recognize this. You, given the world you're in, and like you kind of search back to your memory of a night in the Blackrun Forest when you first met all these people. You remember walking up to a Zane that was basically under some sort of mind control, fighting a version of himself in the forest. And you remember seeing a very subtle dust coat the air. You then remember Thaddeus asleep on the ground in the Blackrun Forest the one night that I'm referring to, where he was laying next to a group of what looked to be large mushrooms. You remember this dust as some form of dust or spore that comes from fey-grown mushrooms that naturally grew in the Blackrun Forest. You also remember you remember seeing a weird pink dust come off of the fairy wings of Leon at one point. That was very similar to this dust.
Hmm. I'm gonna turn to Zane. Did you see that?
Don't know if I did.
With your dirty 20, using that perception check? No. It's
With
gone.
that perception?
With his, with Zane's, are you talking about, did you see it? Did you see the dragger? Or did you see the
The puff of dust.
Oh, okay, the puff of dust, yeah. He saw that. Yeah.
That was. We have seen that before. It is. You had suffered from it. It has something to do with the mushrooms in the area. Do you have the ability to restore? Potentially a lesser restoration might help. This one does not have that spell prepared.
You look at Beep, who's now kind of sat back on the ground. He's kind of looking around, kind of dazed and confused, and he kind of like shakes his head and kind of like waves his hand in front of his face, and he looks back. He's like, I don't think that's gonna be necessary. And then he'll cough a little bit, and a little dust will come out of his mouth.
Do
Yeah.
I believe him?
Make an insight check
Hey.
with a 7. Oddly enough, no, you don't believe him. He seems to be. His eyes are glassed over. The closer you look at him, you see a bit of a almost like a drone-like stare he has, just very distant. His eyes are kind of glassed over, and he looks just confused is the best way I could describe him. I rolled a natural 1. Sorry, Austin.
Fair. I am going to wait for Zane to answer my question about lesser restoration.
That if I have it prepared?
If you have it.
No.
Drat.
I don't think that's something I can usually get.
Oh, I don't know that.
Fair.
Trying to think. Yeah, you also have Ophelia there as well. She may have it. Actually, you need to look at her spell sheet. I don't know if she does.
I'm not 100% sure she's a cleric. If she's a cleric, she would, but I don't know if she's a cleric or not.
He could be. You've never asked.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I will ask the same lesser restoration question to her.
Yeah, she kind of comes wandering out of the female side of the. We'll call it a dormitory because that's essentially what this place is. Just a large dormitory for visitors, or the house itself it's just a house with multiple sleeping chambers and one large center area. She kind of unfortunately no. I could maybe hit him with a greater restoration. That would probably do the trick.
I'm sure it would, but
If
would that not tax your resources?
I mean, are we gonna have to sling spells today?
This one hopes not.
I don't think we will. And she'll like walk over and cast greater restoration.
And her set of diamonds
Oh,
to
she
do it with.
doesn't need them.
Okay.
Level 20, baby. But she kind of like taps him, and you see his eyes kind of like regain some life to him, and he kind of looks around like, what the fuck? And kind of like looks around, sees you guys, shakes his head, Are you guys getting ready for this meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
You were temporarily indisposed. You were exposed to some spore from a dragon of some kind.
Always dragons. And he'll like look over at Aragon. It was him, wasn't it?
It was not.
Oh.
Absolutely.
He casts psychic glance on Aragon. Okay. Kidding. Oh well, that's probably he'll like look over. That's problematic. Anyways, what are we waiting for? Are we waiting for him to wake up? Like, what's going on? I just kind of stumbled out of bed.
Yes. We should fetch everyone.
Okay. And he will walk into the house without skipping a beat, and he will take out his kazoo. And as he plays his kazoo, he's going to cast thaumaturgy. And just boom his kazoo, his annoying kazoo sounds out through the hallways. And then in a muffled kazoo sound, you'll hear "wake up," but with the kazoo filter.
That is hopefully effective.
Gonna find out. Performance check time. I think an 18 on the dice will probably do it, but I actually don't have his character sheet up.
If I had to guess, his performance would be
Absurdly high, probably.
a plus 13, 14 maybe.
Plus 15.
Guessing.
So it's a 33, yeah. It is clear and loud for everyone to hear. It is to the point of obnoxious that you, everybody that's choosing to still sleep has now woken up.
Whether they like it or not.
Undoubtedly woken up. It feels like the kazoo sounds are just pushing into your eardrums, like it's like trying to force its way through your eardrums. Same goes for the people outside. It's absurdly loud.
While effective, this one did not appreciate that.
He'll shrug, put his kazoo away, and just walk outside like nothing happened.
I'll lean over to Zane and say, remind this one after this one gets sleep to return the favor.
Will do.
Where he walks out with his fur all messy.
Mm-hmm. As you walk out with your fur all messy, you'll hear the front gate open, like swing open. Good fucking luck, Todd. Sorry, Todd just DM'd me something.
Feel that here.
Elka's gonna walk out of her room, like, rubbing her eyes.
Okay.
Very sleepy.
Good morning.
You hear Thaddeus' voice by you and says, "Good morning, dear," but you don't see him.
Who's that by?
Elga.
Okay.
But you hear the knock on the front gate, and then it opens, and you see Elkis and Archer standing there, and Archer just kind of looks at everybody. You all look like shit. And what was that loud kazoo sound?
I just got out of bed.
Fair enough.
Sure, you look like shit when you get out of bed.
I look pristine, thank you.
I'm sure.
I will flip him off. I will flip everybody off.
Whoa.
Damn you, bro.
We,
I love sleep.
we were just getting like unnecessarily gaslit from everybody just by saying they're sleeping. That's funny.
Weaver's getting more pissed off by the day.
Zane woke up to be up early with you.
Oh yeah, you're the only one that I didn't flip off.
He made sure to like
Flipped everybody off too.
he made sure to like step in front of you and then flip everybody off.
and Orphelia did not get it either.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she would have flipped you. She would have flipped you off as well, anyways. Hey, Todd, what was your role in that sleight of hand, by the way?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me for what you want to do. Because I guess we'll see if you beat it. 34 sleight of hand. All right.
Holy shit!
Well,
I did that with disadvantage too.
I'll take the
Whoops.
first one. It's fine. Okay. We'll see if he sees it. Only way he sees it is 18 or higher. That is a 19 on the dice. Okay. So it's a 30. It's a 35. He also gets advantage technically because of his eye. Not better. As you're walking up to him and kind of like doing, you're just walking straight up to him because you expect that he can't see you, and then his eye will just like slide over and look at you, and it just like, I can see you, right?
Oh, fuck.
And he'll point to his eye. True sight, baby.
I can hear you, and if you do that again,
Well,
just don't do it again.
what will you do? Bet you won't do
I
anything.
don't.
And he'll
I was going to smash your kazoo.
he'll smirk at you. He'll smirk at you, and then just smile ear to ear for a second.
But I am now awake.
Good. That was the point. And Orphelia will kind of like waltz over and kind of like smack Beep on the back of the head real quick. Be like, yeah, don't do that again. I agree with the invisible man. And,
I'm gonna come out of invisibility.
anyways. And Orphelia will like look around. Well, I guess we should probably get ready then. The exultant rulers of this land are waiting to talk to us.
Batan, is there anything we can do to assist you? You look extremely tired.
If we can expedite this, getting rid of this entity, this one would appreciate it. But
Speaking of,
oh yeah,
roll wisdom saving throw.
a wisdom save.
Or not? Sorry, not wisdom
I'll
save.
take
A Constitution
I'll take it as
save.
a wisdom.
Constitution save.
Gladly take a wisdom.
Shut up.
save.
No, you said wisdom.
Oh, actually, that's a good question on the math.
Mm-hmm.
Is a normal +4 better than a +10 at disadvantage?
That's a
No, the +10 at disadvantage is probably higher.
Yeah, I think it's at law of averages states that your average is because you're doing 50-50, right? With disadvantage. So you have a 50% chance to roll lower than a 5 and a 50% chance to roll higher than a 5, right? Because well, not really 10. It could probably be more or less than that. I think probably the +4 is guaranteed, right? I don't know.
Either way, we said it was a concentration check, so.
You will get Beep will hit you with guidance.
Okay.
Roll your d4. There you go. Hey, you're fine. Everything's fine.
Huzzah!
Not gonna have a dragon coming out and fighting you in this courtyard. Yay! I don't have a map for that anyway, so
If needs be, I am awaiting to just flash of genius this motherfucker.
that's a good point. That's a great point. And Beep also has 5 uses of bardic inspiration, so there's definitely some bonuses that you can get for that. Okay, I got to mark off of spell slot. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say, well, everyone takes a bath, gets ready, gets dressed. Breakfast is had. This time, Orphelia's making breakfast. All right, we're gonna do a fun little exercise here. Let's see here. Nate, do me a favor, roll a d20. And Mousy, roll a d10.
2.
2. Okay, that's fine. Luckily, the
7.
7. Good. Okay, so with the 2 you rolled, Nate, Orphelia has decided to make just scrambled eggs for breakfast. But those eggs, she found them in the forest. She found them in the swamp. They're magic eggs, and they give and they give you all 7 points of temporary hit points, and Reaver, you lose a point of exhaustion.
Hey. I would take that.
That's my fail save, just in case anything goes horribly wrong today. Anyways, you're welcome.
If I eat someone else's eggs, do I get more temp hit points?
I'd say, yeah, probably. Are you going to actually try to eat someone else's eggs?
Yeah, hold on.
Eat Whitrose, because he's not going to need the extra hit points.
He's going to need to lose the point of exhaustion, though.
Semantics.
I start eating Thaddeus's eggs.
Does Thaddeus resist that in any way? Todd?
Oh my god, just go ahead, you fucking orc.
Did you call me an orc?
Well, we called you a
Yeah.
whore.
Oh.
This one. does
Or he
not know
picks up
which
his
unless
plate
it's
and
salted.
just slides the eggs into his mouth.
As you slide the eggs into your mouth, Orphelia just puts another plate in front of Thaddeus.
Before he could even reach for him, I gobble him up.
I'm gonna say you get half the temporary hit points for being. No, not Thaddeus.
Oh, okay.
Ori. I'm gonna say you get 10 temporary hit points
Alrighty.
for the extra eggs, and
I
also
am the tank.
true.
I would give him 11.
All of you also gained for the day a buffer to being exhausted. So, Weaver, you get you get the reduced exhaustion level, and everyone else gets a +1 buffer to it. So, if for some reason you're given the exhaustion effect, you resist it for 1 level.
What the hell are in these eggs?
Magic fairy dust, and the DM says so.
So, cocaine. Okay,
Yes.
got
Booger sugar, if you would.
Yup.
it. I've never heard that term before.
There's skooma in that egg.
Our cook plays Schedule 1 on her iPod.
I need to play that game. It looks fun.
Good time.
Okay. So we have breakfast. Some really good eggs. Orphea's actually a fantastic cook. Despite her I'm gonna fucking kill you demeanor.
I will say, I feel invigorated, and Uri, I can understand why you tried to take my eggs. You're still a whore.
Drugs.
She's also
Bomb.
Ophelia does also, in my mind, gives off the cool aunt vibe that will provide drugs to her nieces and nephews. So, to be fair.
Maybe wrong geek.
Okay.
Do you have drugs?
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm realizing just how much I need a haircut. Holy shit. I just like flipped my hair down like a skater boy from the 2000s. And it immediately covered my eyes.
Were you even alive in the 2000s?
I was born in 97. Fuck off.
I used to
I-
have
yeah,
that,
but
middle
I've
school
also
and high
been growing
school.
my hair out. Yeah, I've also been growing my hair out, so I actually have long hair for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Are
not
you
a
like
lot of
tying it back or?
I'm a little bit raw dogging it, so
All right. Oh yeah.
See,
although I can't picture too many skater boys with a big burly mustache and beard.
they exist. Have you
Lumberjack skaters?
the lumberjack skaters? They wear flannels with their sleeves rolled up
Yeah.
and off
Red
the wall
bandanas.
Vans that match. Okay.
They wear steel toes while they skate.
Oh my god.
yeah.
It's the extra grip.
Holy shit! You're looking sexy there, buddy.
It's been a while since we've been on camera, so it's like. But yeah, no, my hair will definitely cover my eyes and then some.
Oh hell yeah! Look at that.
That looks pretty good when you slick it back like that, and you have a little bit in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hate it from a like maintenance standpoint.
Mhm.
Way more work into it than I want to give.
Yeah, you definitely need to brush it. It's a bit
Yeah.
messy.
I mean, he has curly hair, so brushing it'll
okay,
just make it
okay.
frizzier.
I also
Yeah.
have curly hair. Like, if I grow my hair out past my shoulders, it gets like it curls immediately, like curls upwards.
Oh,
So-
you should see. I went to my mom's house earlier today and was doing assembling some IKEA furniture in the second story loft, and I was just like, my hair was just.
All right. Well, since we started, let's get some move on. Okay, so you guys prepare to leave. As you're about to walk out the gate, all of you now see for the first time a onyx mist gem. Elka, roll a history check.
I think.
You have advantage because of
That's what I
Calypso. Yep.
Okay. I was gonna look at it, but thank you for the reminder. History. Oh. 22.
22. You know exactly who this is. Before he even like introduces himself, you know who this is because you would recognize the person that you would recognize your grandfather's best friend.
Do I like him?
From you remembering it, you remember him always being an oddball, but never being rude or never being mean to you. He always he was a person of status that didn't necessarily flaunt his status ever. However, today is a different day. He walks up and he sees all of you, and he looks right at you, Elka, and goes, "Well, if it isn't the little burning heart girl, all grown up. Pleasure to see you, my dear."
I'm sure it is for you.
He will like look at you like, "Damn, all right." Well, I suppose we should move along then. The rest are waiting, and the king has returned with his bride in tow.
This is the person that we talked to last session, or no?
Yes, this is
Somebody else.
yes, this is Onyx Misgem, the tall. He's
Okay.
long. He's probably about 7 to 7.5 feet tall. He's large archfey. Long black hair, long spindly fingers, almost it's like he has the way I best describe me is like he has the proportions of like Slenderman, if that makes sense. Just a long, spindly, skinny archfey that has large, now that you're up close and personal, and now that he's guiding you towards the towers. Follow me. You see translucent black butterfly wings coming off of his back, and that's what's keeping him afloat as he floats along. As he floats through as he guides you up Visitor's Lane, you notice that you are the only visitors here in the city at this point. Everything else is vacant. It looks almost like a ghost town.
Sorry to interrupt. Do I notice that if there's like similar pink dust to what hit Beep?
With a 19, accurate. Yeah, you see just the faintest pinkish purple dust coming off of his wings. Not so much to cloud up, like it hit with what hit Beep and what the dragon breathed, but it's just faintly coming off of his wings. And as you continue walking along behind, he says, "Yes, so we're approaching the Ruby Tower. That is where all commerce and trade is done with other kingdoms. And then we have my tower, where we will be meeting the rest of the Rialóir, the Misgem Tower. It overlooks the Lake of Life and the Inner Sanctum. There we will judge you whether or not you are worthy to do what you want. And hear you out. Personally, I could care less, but it is a democracy, I suppose." And he, as you, pull up to the Ruby Tower, first thing you immediately notice is these are, they're called towers in the loosest sense. They're more like domes, layered upon layered. And each tower is like a city in and of itself. You see a variety of people of different races. Some you recognize, some you don't. Shopping and walking around. As you walk along the outskirts of this tower, you see stairs just spindling their way up to the top and almost in a spiral pattern. Surrounding the Ruby Tower, you see what looks to be merchant tents. And there's a whole variety of fairy and elves and furbolg and owlins and just all other sorts of fey creatures that seem to be living their lives and trading goods and striking deals. As Onyx floats by with you all, everybody kind of is taken aback by the image of this leader of their civilization. He kind of waves at them, and his fingers kind of flow downwards in a very inhuman type of way. Like, his fingers are, I'd say, from wrist to the tip of his fingers, you're looking at about 15 to 16 inches long. These are just long, inhumane looking fingers. Like, he is a creepy looking fairy. But he's very handsome in his facial features. He's not gaunt. There's a little bit of a gaunt look to him, at least outward appearing, it seems. I would say, with your perception check, the other thing you would notice, there is a innate amount of illusion magic just swirling around this guy. You've sensed illusion magic before. Don't even have to make an Arcana check. It is so blatantly obvious to you who knows what different magics feel like. it is very obvious that there's some form of illusion coming off of him. You just don't know what. But he guides you across the wooden bridge towards the Misgem Tower. And again, these towers, that you see the gold tower off in the distance, and these are just magnificent archaeological marvels. You get the sense that you have stepped into the pinnacle of what a society could be. Elka, you've seen these off in the distance thousands of times. You've never once been able to wander into these yourself, given how protective the Burning Hearts are of their children at a young age. But you have seen them, and you have walked past them before, but you've never entered into them. As he guides you up into the spiraling staircases of the Misgem Tower, he'll be like, my apologies. How rude of me as a host. Let me make this easier. And he'll wave his hands. And in the matter of seconds, you'll feel your feet touching the ground to you walking on air. He will cast Fly on all of you. And he'll just look at all of you and say, follow me. And you'll begin following him up the tower. People of the Misgem Tower have noticed, I would say they're quite used to Onyx floating about and doing his daily deeds and ruling about in the Misgem Tower. However, you get the sense that with a group of 12 individuals following him, plus a blue dragon, you are quite a spectacle to these Fey folk. For a group of individuals that have spent a majority of their time living being separated and segregated from the rest of the world, this is very new to them. They're specifically staring at Zane being full clad in armor. They're staring at you, Vivra, being a lizard folk. Not used to seeing you. They glance over at Elka and Elkis and realize that they're a member of the Burning Heart family. Or they must be, because they're the only Harengon family that would have any sort of status to be following someone like Onyx Misgem. They are very, very weary and clearly afraid of Ori. Being as large as larger than life than of a person they've ever seen. Just randomly flying through the air of Arune is a sight. Strangely enough, Thaddeus, you get the sense that you of all people, other than Elka, there's like, you feel almost welcoming stares at you. It's not judgmental or scared or questioning. They see an elf following one of the leaders of this civilization. Which you get the sense that it might be normal. And then also Beep. Beep feels we'll see. Yeah, Beep feels an intense staring of like untrusting of him for some reason or the other. He just gets that sense whenever he's being stared at by all these people. And eventually you land on the top balcony of this Misgem Tower. And when you land, you feel the ground kind of sponge. And instead of landing on concrete or on wood or any other building material, you've landed on moss and dirt and grass. It's almost like you've landed on a lawn of some sort. And Onyx will look at you. Welcome to my abode. The meeting is one floor down. It's just easier to come up and go down one set of stairs than climbing all the way up. So we are here. Follow me. and he will guide you around what looks to be the point of the tip of the Mist Gem Tower. You see an abode of an open concept of various mosses and shrubbery and trees and vines growing up and in through this abode. You see what looks to be a sitting room with multiple bookcases. You see a large teleportation circle etched into the soil itself. You see a room that's secluded that has a large beaming what looks to be some sort of griffin statue overhead over the door itself. But you walk past that, you're able to see in, and he guides you down the stairs into a room. This room is like walking into a different world. You find that the stairs that you're walking down are made out of rock. But as you hit the landing and look into your right, you see a large circular room filled with grass, glowing plants. You see multiple blue, serene, well-kept trees glowing, all planted in a circle. You see a forest surrounding the edges with multiple flowers and random glowing dragonflies and butterflies are floating through the air. You look off to your right. Anybody with a passive perception above a 10, so I think that's everybody. You notice the gentle footprints of a unicorn, pure white in color, grazing on the grass off in the distance. And standing next to that unicorn, you see a medium-sized woman, probably about 5'8", 5'9", maybe pushing 6 foot. Longer pointed ears, flowing fiery red hair. She's wearing a silver blue gown that drapes down past her knees. And you see a glorious set of rainbow-colored, non-translucent butterfly wings coming off of her back. And she will reach down and pet the Pegasus, or not the Pegasus, but the unicorn. And she will kind of pet, and she'll like look over. Oh, our guests have arrived. Huh. And she'll look at all of you. I see a few familiar faces here. That's interesting. And Onyx will look at her. Hello, your Majesty. I have brought the guests as requested. Are the rest of the Rialóir in their seats, or are we still waiting for? Are we still waiting for a few? And she'll nod and say, "Hello there, Onyx. Yes, we are unfortunately still waiting for the leader of the Barcoppers to get here. She's as tardy as ever, I suppose." "Yes, I suppose that's normal. Pulling her away from her trees and her garden is always a bit of a issue." "Well, I will contact her magically again to make sure she's on her way. For now, I suppose I should introduce myself." And she will kind of float over to all of you. And gorgeous woman, young in complexion, or her face looks very young. Couldn't be older than 20 years old in your mind. That's what her face looks like. But she'll look at all of you and say, "Hello. I am Esper Sylphie. I am the Queen of Arune. But most importantly for today, I'm the head clerk of the Rialóir. I welcome you all to this chamber. Now, I'd like to go over a few ground rules for all of you, and I understand," and she'll look right at you, Vibra, "that some of you are eager and in pain. But these rules are necessary, and I hope you respect the process of which you are about to go through.
This one understands, but this one has also been awake for. I'm trying to do math in my head.
5 days.
120 hours, give or take.
And she'll look at you, and I can tell exhaustion has seeped over you on multiple occasions. I can see it in your eyes. One so young taking on such a burden as that. Admirable. These are the rules, however. Do not speak unless you are spoken to by the Rialóir. You'll be given an opportunity to plead your case. Then you may speak freely. You may speak freely during that time. Any and all rude comments towards any Rialóir will result in immediate banishment from our city. And she'll look.
At this point, I'm going to raise my hand.
Yes, young man.
A comment for my compatriots. I'm going to turn to everybody else. This one is going to keep his mouth very shut throughout this endeavor. Unless there is something that no one else can answer.
I highly suggest that of all of us.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Or he is looking at you.
You'll hear a voice enter into the conversation, one of which you almost recognize, but it's different. You hear, "Oh, I see our guests have arrived. The ones that my dear brother has decided to test in his little games." And standing in front of you is a large, broad-shouldered Owlin, snow-white fur with blue-tipped feathers on his head, wearing a long blue robe with golden inlays. There's a lot more here than I expected, and oh, what a pleasant surprise. My dear, dear nephew, well, adopted nephew, showing up to support his friends. Good to see you, Archer. And Archer will, roll his eyes. Hey, Sebastian. Now, is that a way to address a member of the Rialóir in their chamber, young man? Sorry, sir. It's good to see you. And he will, look over to you, Zane, look over to Elkis, and just roll his eyes. This Owlin looks very familiar to you. He has very similar facial features and almost identical. In fact, if it weren't for him speaking up first and being introduced as Sebastian, you would think that this is Alistair. He will nod at all of you. I am the twin brother of the one you are so familiar with. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Sebastian Silver. Master of Divination.
I'm going to have a little mini aside with Ori. I'm going to pull a torch out of my pack. Friend Ori, can you chop this about here? And I'll show him a length.
You see Ori about to open his mouth, and then he'll turn to you. Oh, yeah. He'll cut where you pointed.
Okay. And then I'm literally going to take that length of torch, put it in my mouth, and bite down on it.
Oh, it's good. Did you cut it in half?
Just about.
Okay, Ori's gonna take the other piece and put it in his mouth.
And when I see both of them do that, I'm going to whisper to both of them, and you thought I was fucking arrogant.
Above board, I was really close to saying something, but can I say
So
what
was
if you want to say above
Yeah.
board what you're about to say, that's fine. Yeah.
above board? I was just gonna be like, why? How come all these guys are assholes all the time?
He will look at all of you. Welcome to our chamber. And he'll smile. And then poof, he'll disappear in front of your eyes. The queen will look at all of you. He is a tricky one, as we all like to say. The Silvers are notoriously troublemakers, but they are powerful and to be respected, I suppose. Alistair, on the other hand, is a problem all on itself, but, you know, as long as he's not in the country, then I suppose it's not that big of a deal.
Drool will start seeping out of the, dripping down this stick.
I will take the torch out of my mouth long enough to say, Your Majesty, this one will, this one hopes that, this, I'll hold my, impromptu gag, if you would be so kind as to explain this, this one has doubts of his self-control as far as not saying anything.
As you say that, Onyx will snicker to himself as you say that. Oh, Esper, let's drop the facade. This is a conversation that needs to be had between adults. If we treat them like children, then they're just going to run off and do what they need to do anyways. Allowing them to talk would probably benefit us more than risking a potential outburst. Now, if they were to say something rude to the king or yourself, or I suppose Rabbit, that's a part of our little congregation, then I suppose maybe we should punish them then. But they've already been moderately rude to me. And I personally don't mind the rough exterior that some of these people have. And unfortunately, we do bring...
Or he'll think to himself.
Unfortunately, we do have the self-banished princess of the Burning Hearts here, and I assume her emotional outbursts may not be pointed towards anybody but her father. So perhaps we should be a little more light on our rules. And she kind of like looks at him. Okay, I suppose the rules can change for different situations. The rules are simple. Be respectful. Answer questions that are asked of you. And don't interrupt. Fair enough?
I'll nod, but the torch is staying in my mouth.
Or he will nod and some drool will drip onto the ground.
And she'll like...
Thaddeus will
Go ahead.
very pompously nod. And then he's going to whisper to Ori, and I thought the House of Sterling was in disorder.
I'm gonna smack Thaddeus. Like, on the, like, the side. Not, like, across the face. But, like, just to get him to shut up.
Do me a favor.
Why are you smacking him? He's right.
Do me a favor. Before, as you're about to smack him, make a, we're gonna say make a athletics check.
$13.
As you go to smack him, you'll feel your arm get grabbed by a large furred paw. And standing above you, shoulder lengths above you, is your father, Elmic.
I'm gonna wrench my hand out of his, or my arm out of his hand.
He rolled an 18 plus 12. Good luck.
Okay, well,
he's holding on to your wrist, not enough to hurt you, but enough to subdue you. Violence. Violence is
just
not
gonna
allowed
growl
in
at
these.
him.
Violence is not allowed in these chambers, my daughter.
Let go of me.
And he'll
I'm pulling my arm again.
make a athletics check.
5.
Yeah, he rolled a 27. He'll like continue holding on. If I let go of you.
Thaddeus noticed this
Oh,
happening.
Oh yeah. If I let go of you, you'll run away again.
When I just growl at him.
Understood, Miss Burning Heart. I understand.
His grip will,
I will.
as you're saying that, his grip will loosen. I would say it's good to see you again, my daughter, but I guess you're not very happy to see me.
You've never been happy to see me.
He'll nod. And he'll nod and like
Whoa.
make an insight check with that nod, I'd say.
Let me roll with my other d20. Because that other one rolled a fucking 2.
You're not rolling with disadvantage anymore, by the way. Because you unless you have
I'm still at exhaustion level 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you're a 2 or 1.
I rolled a
Yeah.
9.
A 9? Well, he rolled really. He's not very good. He's not very persuasive, or not very good at charisma. There's a look of like not anger or like disgust that you're used to. There's a look of like actual like regret in his eyes and sadness as he walks away towards his chair.
That sounds like a him problem.
And the queen will look at you're good, by the way, Brett.
Okay.
Like if Marduk barks, we can hear him, but other than that, it's fine.
Okay.
But the queen will look at all of you. I see you have now met the other person who is missing from the chamber. Let me escort you in, and we'll wait for our last member of the Rialóir to show up. And I will show you what that looks like.
Ooh.
I don't.
Pretty violent.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. This is a solid map, dude.
I was very excited
we
about
up
this
to?
map. You guys are around about there. And she's floated over.
Why am I
Drag
hiding?
ourselves onto the map.
Yeah, drag yourself on. That's fine. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you what the who you see when you walk in.
Oh, it worked. Holy shit.
Oh wow, wow! Thaddeus was able to get his on there as well. What the fuck?
I just instead of grabbing at the picture, I'm grabbing the name and pulling the name.
Yes,
That's the trick. Yep.
you've had to do that for. Oh, it's fine.
I just learned. Okay, you can
Uh,
say it.
That's
I've been grabbing the name this whole time. It hasn't worked till now. I don't know what the issue was.
beats me, dude. I don't know.
Well,
Where you need lay beep and Orphelia, and then Aragon is also here. Aragon's gonna
That
like,
big now.
yeah, he's large now. He's considered large.
Yeah, big boy.
Aragon will like run up, like literally as you're being guided in. Aragon will like walk up to the queen and kind of like sniff. Aiko will immediately be like, "Hey," and the queen will turn around and look at him and smile. A son of the Fae, and she will pet him along the nose, and you'll see like his scales kind of shiver a little bit, and like his tail will start to wag with her. And she'll like kind of like look at him, and in Draconic, anybody who speaks Draconic hears this. She'll say, "My lovely little friend, won't you go play with the rest of the creatures in the forest while we congregate? Unfortunately, the space we have to meet is much, much too small for someone your size." And he will kind of like nuzzle into her more, and then you'll see him like kind of like joyfully like hop like a little kid off into the forest and like sniff the unicorn here, and then you'll just see him disappear into the what seems to be an endless forest. It's the more you look at this chamber, you can gauge that the room isn't that big. It's circular because you can see the top of the dome, but when you look into the forest, it's like it goes on forever. Like, there's definitely some magical alteration to this room of some sort. But she guides you in, and standing in front of you, Onyx has since floated past. You see a different Onyx. Someone not as gaunt, someone more beautiful. And this is actually what he looks like. I'll drag him off to the side and I'll show you.
Damn.
So handsome. Do you still have those long fingers?
No, he's actually normal proportion. He looks more like an elf now than an archfey.
Okay.
He has since dropped his illusion that he has as an outward appearance you gauge towards the public.
Hello.
Are
you a vampire?
Sitting at the edge of the table, you see a green robed, wearing blonde hair, golden winged individual. His eyes are glowing a gold, like a bright gold, and sitting in front of you is what you presume to be the king, Dryas Sylphie. Elka, you've seen pictures of this man multiple times, and every single time you see him, you've always seen him with long flowing silverish gold hair, and now standing in front of you, it's more blonde and gold, and a certain air of like calm like wafts about him. Sitting to his immediate right side, you see your father, Elka, and for the sake of your guys' visual, a grizzled veteran in the ways of warfare and the primary protector of Arune as a country. Sits at the right as right-hand man to the king in his court. And then the Allen man, Sebastian, brother of Alistair, to give you more of a visual aid. But they sit at the table, and all four of them wave you in. The queen herself kind of floats and then flies up and lands and sits atop this tree, where you see a branch atop the tree is uniquely carved out, almost like a bench. This is where you can guess that she normally sits. All of you are brought in to this inner ring, and oh yeah, by the way, you guys did get a long rest. Well, oh wait, Weaver didn't. That's right. Okay. I was like, why is his HP still so low?
Right there.
Bad.
Oh, I missed the joke. I wasn't paying attention for a split second.
So standing in front of this chamber, all their eyes are pointed towards you, and walking in late now at this point, you hear, "Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I had flowers to tend to and many much fruit." And Onyx will be like, "Yeah, right. We all know you were sleeping." And coming in, not dressed in any ornamental clothing, you see a Furbolg woman, kind of like a tannish, pale complexion. It's like her face is flushed from the direct sunlight. Her hands are dirty. You see leaves and vines being used as hair ties for her hair. She has feathers tucked into her hair. She has her clothes have random flowers budding from it, almost as if her clothes are made of like a dirt moss. And she will kind of nod to all of you and say, "Well, hello there. Guests." Great. Elka, she walks by you. She smells like straight up cow shit.
Okay.
That's the first thing you notice about this woman, is that she smells like manure. And as she walks up to the table, you just see Sebastian just calmly wave his hand and cast prestidigitation on her. We've talked about this, Laura. You must come dressed to impress during these meetings. Yeah, well, I just sort of, was busy and... Anyway, howdy y'all. I hope you're doing all right. My name's Laura Barcopper. I don't know if was I introduced yet? She'll look right at your dad, Elka. And he'll just facepalm. No, you weren't introduced yet. They were told we were waiting for one more, and now you're here. Can you tell me a good reason as to why you were late, Miss Barcopper? Well, you see, I had a bit of a problem getting out of the garden. I have such a green thumb, and I just was hoping that eventually, you know my whole deal. And he'll look at, yes, I understand. You're trying to connect to your sons through the plants, even though they're no longer on Arune, and who the heck knows where they're at down in Ammriel. But that's beside the point. Well, I miss them so much, and one of these days, one of these plants will start talking to me as if it were my sweet little babies. All right. Anyway, so we have a bit of a conundrum that we have going. I hear that one of you has been awake for a long time. Which one of you is that?
Rather than answer, there will be a little bit of a crack as the torch cracks a little bit.
I see. And she'll walk over to you, and she'll take your hand. Well, let me see if I can fix that up for you. And she will she'll grab your hand and cast Greater Restoration at 9th level.
Yeehaw.
You feel invigorated. And for the first time, you feel like you've got a full rest. This is 9th level magic, and I'm gonna say with the Greater Restoration, you lose your exhaustion level. You don't regain your spell slots, but you do feel a tinge of healing magic in there, and you are brought to full health.
I will take that.
Do me a favor. I'm going to say everybody can roll an Arcana check that has magical abilities in this party. So...
Do I have magical abilities?
I'm going to say yeah, because you have been wearing a magical item that gives you the ability to cast spells, so I'll say yes.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Nice. Zane?
So did I.
Well, I rolled a 2, but I only have a +1, so...
Okay.
Looking at my modifiers. 22.
Okay. As this magic is being cast, this magical presence that you feel coming off of her is very familiar. Eerily familiar. And for you, Vivra, having it
pick up Yeah.
having, like, I'm gonna say with what you just sent me, you immediately pick up the fact that Zane recognizes something.
Okay.
And
Even if I think I picked it up as a player, but if I don't pick it up
yeah,
with that insight, on it,
I'm gonna say because she cast the magic directly on you, the DCs are different per player. This is very reminiscent of a certain furbolg that lives in Blackren Forest that you all know very well.
Alan. Hey, Alan.
Orphelia will stare at her, and you'll, with your insight check and also your passive perception, Vivra, standing right next to her, you'll see a tear starting to well up in her eye. Orphelia.
Orphelia's.
Mm-hmm. And she'll kind of like take a step forward. Is that really you? And she'll like, you'll see Lyra, this woman, look over to Orphelia. Well, I'll be. If the little sorcerer, it looks like the little sorceress grew up. And immediately, Orphelia, without even thinking, will jump into her arms, hugging her. And for a moment, the room kind of goes silent, and you just, I'd say for your passive perception, Weaver, you do see a faint smile go over the king's face as it's happening. And Orphelia is acting almost like a child again. And I'm sorry. This woman basically raised me, along with her children. I was really good friends with them, and then Alistair taught us everything we knew, and the rest was history. Everyone, this is Lyra Barkhopper. This is Alan's mother. And she will, like, look at all of you, and Elkis will kind of look at her, like, confused because he's a little annoyed that he never noticed it before. And Todd, I will neither confirm nor deny. We can talk about that after the session.
I'm gonna go. And then I will take the torch out of my mouth. This one thanks you, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. And she'll look back and like look at the other four. I'm really sorry. This is just all hit me really fast. Where's my babies? Are they alive? Are they all right? And Orphelia will kind of like look down at her feet, and you'll notice both Elkis and Archer kind of sheepishly look away. And Orphelia will be like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Alan is alive. In fact, we saw him just a couple of weeks ago before we stopped in Valencia. But I hate to tell you, his brother, Eustace, passed away a while ago. I'm sure maybe some of you have heard of the Titan War that happened in the Valencian Empire about 2 decades ago. And the king will kind of nod, and everybody will kind of acknowledge. Specifically, actually, Elka, your father, will acknowledge it the most. Right, the one that Elkis fought in with Archer. Right, I was there too, and so was her son, and, well, both of her sons, and Eustace died fighting the good fight against one of the Titans, and he was protecting students, as he always did. Unfortunately, that protecting cost him his life. And she'll kind of like, you'll see Laura kind of take a deep breath. Well, at least one of them is alive. Always knew those boys were destined for something great. But protecting those they cared about to their last breath, I couldn't be prouder as a mother. Alright, well that's enough about me, as you see like a little tear starting to form up in her right eye. And she'll kind of sit down. Let's talk about your issues. Your Majesty, if you'll take it away. And he'll kind of like, he's been kind of sitting there observing quietly, and he'll kind of put up his hand and say, is there a name I can call all of you? Name of a group?
Respectfully, we go by the Rat Bastard.
And he'll smirk at that name. That's a good name. In fact, I enjoy that. That's good. Let me formally introduce myself, although I'm sure some of you have heard my name before. My name is Dryas Sylphie. I'm the long-reigning king of this country. And I do believe some of you, if not all of you, are here for a certain purpose. Our goal today is to hear you out. There's a reason that 5 of us are sitting here at this table. The 4 will vote, and I inevitably will always be the tiebreaker. And that's how we've ruled this country for millennia. So, and you'll see him kind of sit up and you'll see a serious look on his face. Tell me, the Earl of Rialóir states that you plan to plunge a deity into the pool of life. How you've heard of such secrets. First, I'd like to hear how you come about learning about that ritual. And you will see I'm Murdoch.
Whiny asshole dog.
Yeah. You will see him open up his bare palm, and you will feel a rush of magical energy rush into the room, and he will cast Zone of Truth on all of you. I will not...
What's the save on that?
That's a great question. I have his character sheet somewhere in all these tabs. Give me a sec.
Did you see somewhat off topic, did you see the screenshot I sent you when you were down sick a few weeks ago?
Probably. Let me look. Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I haven't messed with that at all, but yeah.
I highly recommend it, because that makes finding all your tabs so much easier.
DC... As a DC 24 charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma saving throw.
Good luck.
I fail.
I think the only person that might be able to succeed this is Beep.
Probably.
I rolled a natural 1. Sorry, Austin. That's still a... Actually, what is Beep's charisma saving throw? Hold on. Plus 10. Yeah, no. Unfortunately. Echo. That's a 10 plus 0. Okay. Ophelia. 16 plus. Not bad. Still doesn't beat it. That's a 22. Elkis, that is a... man, these are the most average fucking rolls in the world. 10 plus... not bad. Plus 7. Still fails. Archer. It would be him that fucking succeeds. That's a natural 20. Let me double check.
Do I need to roll? Sorry.
Yeah. Everyone, it's a charisma saving throw for everyone in the group.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, 24 is the save.
Okay.
Yep, you're facing the king of the fairies. And he is a charismatic motherfucker. Where's Archer's character sheet? They have so many names. Yeah, I really should probably set that up. Yeah, Archer just barely succeeds. Just literally, the save is 24. He rolled a natural 19. Oh wait, no, sorry, natural 20. Hocus rolled a 19. Natural 20. So with the natural 20, he just made the save with a 24. So Archer can lie, but he has no reason to. This is his king talking to him.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't either, but...
So he will sit back. I apologize for not trusting those from below, but I would like to hear how you've learned of our secrets, one that is closely guarded and kept by those in this room.
Well, where should we even begin here? Anyone want to elaborate on and remind me out of above board how we found out about that?
Leon told you.
Yeah,
His son.
We were told by a friend who had suspicions of an entity in another kingdom.
Oh? And
Of
who?
being the...
That is not answering my question.
Do you know Leon?
And then it's like a record stop in the entire room. It's like you
That's
just
what I was trying to avoid this.
it's like saying Voldemort in Harry Potter, right? It's literally what just happened. Leon, as in, describe this Leon for me.
Fairy Prince. Lives
My
in
dear
Sylvania now.
My dear son. That's impossible. He's dead.
He's definitely alive.
And he will look.
And can you not tell that we are being truthful through your magics?
His face is contorting in a very troubled way. Not like unnatural, just in a like... He knows you're telling the truth, and he doesn't want to believe it.
Is it a hurt, or is it an angry?
Both.
I'm gonna lead with something else that's gonna hurt this man. We've been working with him for a while. We originally helped him to find some lost children, which led to us finding your other son.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh.
Eric.
Oh.
Listen, we failed the truth field, boys.
Hey,
I'm leaning into it.
I will subtly step in front of Ori's waist.
or his mouth opens wide and the stick falls out. Oh shit!
Probably bumps me in the head. Comedy of errors style.
And now the campaign circles back.
And then I'm just gonna recount the rest of our tales of getting here for him, I guess.
He will listen to all of it. The queen, while you're regaling this tale, will sort of just float aimlessly about 10 feet in the air above. and land right next to her, right behind her husband, and just hug him. And just...
Or he's looking for escape routes.
And he will look... Oh, like, the other four are very... like, they keep looking over at the king, and you notice Onyx is, like, the only one that's not worried. And he kind of, like, looks...
And so, yeah, that's how we ended up here.
Dryas, I understand this is difficult to hear, but they're telling the truth. They can't... The spell must be malfunctioning or something. Do you dare question the abilities of the king of Arune, Dryas Sylphi? And he will lean forward, and then that will kind of snap him out of whatever trance he's in. Right. I'm the king. My magic is absolute. There's no way that this could be. My sons were alive, and now you're saying one of them is dead again, but one of them still. One of them was responsible for kidnapping children.
That is the dead one, to be fair.
Yes, indeed.
He was possessed. That helps.
It was like he was distorted and dark.
Right. Okay. And he will kind of take a deep breath. Almec. And Elka, your father, will look over to him. Once this meeting is over, send some scouts below. Find my son. Bring him here. Almec kind of nods. Archer blurts out, have you ever wondered... Apologies. Have you ever wondered if he didn't want to be found?
This one would agree with that.
And the king will look right at Archer. Are you telling me, messenger of the court, Archer, that you knew of the existence of this Leon person? I knew of the name, and I knew of a person who matched that description, but I had no idea it was your son. These people, obviously, that one's our niece.
Miss stare daggers at Archer.
And Elkis will put a hand on his shoulder. What my husband means to say is, we've heard the name and we've met the man, but there's nothing to make us think that it was your long-lost son. He was cloaking himself as an elf, much like some of you do, and he seemed happy. So there was no reason for us to believe that he was the lost prince. Believe me, if we would have known it, we would have said something to you.
Above board, they never went with us to see Leon, did they?
Nope, but they've been having the trio, we'll call them, have been having their own journey this entire time you guys have been having your journey. So
yeah, I figured that much, but
yeah.
So I will chime in at that point and say they were not with us when that information was revealed to us. There is no way that they could have known for certain.
This is true.
The king will take a deep breath. Okay. So the truth is up, and there's no reason I shouldn't believe members of high esteem in my court. He'll take a deep breath. Elmec, find him and offer to bring him here. Do not force him. If he refuses, I will go and see him myself. And immediately the queen says, "Dear, you know you can't leave the country. If you did, I know the risks. I know the risks."
If you don't mind me asking, what's the risk?
If I don't stay here, there will be no one to continue to feed the Elder Kintari that our lovely nation is riding on top of. Only I can go through with the ritual that all of you have learned about. How my son learned about this ritual is puzzling, given that we never let him near the inner sanctum. And then you'll see Elma kind of look up. Why would you not let the crown prince near the inner sanctum? I thought in our laws have changed since you were born, Elmic. You are a mere age of 45 years old, for I am 4,000 years old. So is Onyx.
And I'm the baby.
You're just a baby.
You are by far and away the youngest member of this group. And unfortunately, Harangons don't live as long of life as Allens or Furbolgs or specifically Archfays. But I expect you'll live for a while now. Well, yes, sir. I meant no. I know. And he'll kind of wink at him in a very playful way, friendly way. And Onyx will kind of look over at you guys. So you met the princeling?
Both of them, yes.
Did they, other than the one that, of course, was... And he'll kind of like side-eye the king. Other than the one that seemed possessed, did he seem healthy? Was there any...
Well, for a time, he was a little iffy there. He did try to shield the city from a blue dragon attack, and we had to get a Cordeorum to make sure he didn't die.
Oh, fuck, Zone of Truth. To be fair, he did die for a short time, but the Cordeorum was able to bring him back.
An Arcana check is needed. You feel a level of magical power swell up coming from the king as you say he died.
Yeah, no, I know.
So what you're saying is that my son, whom I assumed was dead, whom I made sure was dead with my own hands, escaped.
I beg your pardon?
Hey, whoa.
And he'll
Wait.
and Onyx will be like, my king, that was... And he'll put his hand up. If they're being truthful, we'll be truthful. My sons were to be the sacrifices. In fact, they were to be the last sacrifices. And
How does that work? You have to feed the flying giant space whale.
it's better I show you. And he will cast Encode Thoughts. And you'll see him put his finger to his head, and he'll pull out a wisp of memory, and then he'll throw it out in a mirage image, like a TV almost, like floating magical TV will appear in front of you. And what you see with the process that your am asking about and inquiring about. There's the inner sanctum, and then there's the inner chamber. The inner chamber is where the pool of life dwells. It's said that anybody that enters the inner chamber, other than myself, has never made it out. That's not quite true, as you can see. And you see on the imaging, you see a 15-year-old Alwyn girl. This was from our last ritual. You'll see a young 15 to 16-year-old Alwyn girl willingly walk into this inner, dome. And as the door opens, the king will put a hand on her shoulder gently. And you'll hear his voice boom through this mirage. Don't worry, my dear. You'll become one with our great nation soon. And you'll be at peace. And as the door opens, you see inside a large pool of high concentrated mana. It's glowing gold. And as the memory persists, you see the little Allen girl, or the 15 to 16-year-old Allen girl, wade into the pool. And then in the matter of seconds, you see her walk down into it and never come back up. And the king you'll see on the side, the king is chanting something. You hear him chanting what seems to be a spell. And his hands will glow, and the pool will glow. And then you'll see him turn around and shut the door and lock it. He'll look at all of you. I understand this. All of this information that you've just learned, it could be disturbing. And if I had it any other way, I would ensure that this never happened again. And things are starting to make sense now, huh, Onyx? Yes, quite. I
ask out of curiosity, King, does it only accept Fey creatures?
And he'll look at you, intrigued. Depends on the creature, I suppose. We've never tried letting non-Fey enter the pool. In fact, I don't know what happens once someone does enter the pool. Our assumption has always been that the Elder Kintari absorbs their magical life force and then absorbs their body for nourishment.
So if one were to say, put an ancient blue dragon in there that's inside the little orb my buddy's holding, how do you think that would go?
In theory, it should work. All dragons are originally the ancestors of the Fae. By all means, their energy is just as potent and just as powerful as an archfey, or even, in some cases, depending on the dragon, could be even stronger. Certain dragons...
Now, what if it was a kraken?
A kraken, as in the aquatic monstrosity that lives at the bottom of the oceans, down in Ammriel.
This one's name is it Gilgamesh?
It's Gilgamesh, yeah.
What about Gilgamesh?
And he'll kind of sit back in his chair. Gilgamesh.
I have him in a bag of holding.
You have him in a...
We are very surprising.
You captured the son of a deity in your bag of holding.
Yeah.
And
Polymorph's a hell of a spell.
People kind of just wave and say, polymorph. Right. I don't believe that's a good idea.
Fair enough. I'll keep him in there. Now about our dragon, though.
We got
Just a buffet of fucking monsters.
we got exactly what you need.
In theory, depending on the dragon, that would do
I'm
the
blanking on the guy's name at this point.
Eldragos.
Eldragos.
Drago.
As soon as you say Eldragos, he'll blink. Like, literally just in stunned silence blink at you. I'm sorry, can you run that name back? Yes, please say that name again.
Dragos?
That's not just any ordinary dragon. Yes, that's one of the original ancestors of the Fae.
Yeah, what if we put him in the pool?
You captured...
I will hold up the urn and say, your son is quite adept at creating a magical artifact.
The king will walk over to you and touch the urn.
I'm very glad the exhaustion is. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't gonna do it.
And he'll kind of look at you. You're telling me that you have been capable of keeping Aldregos at bay in this urn that is undoubtedly made by my son. His magical energy is all over it, my dear. And the queen will float over and touch the urn.
He did create it, but one must maintain concentration, and similar to a spell, to maintain the sealing.
And
That's
I'm
why
just
this
gonna
one-
say, it's not holding up super well at this point.
Yeah, start pointing out some of the cracks. Hence the urgency, hence my... Between lack of sleep, this one has stayed awake to maintain concentration on the urn.
I understand your mental state then. Unfortunately, I do not believe we can enter him into the pool of life. For his
not?
life force is greater than that of a Kintari.
Oh, this is problematic now.
Can we ration it?
That is possible, but is your friend, and he'll look at you, Weaver, are you able to withhold concentration for weeks on end?
With the proper help, he could.
This one has his doubts, but this one is willing to try.
And he'll float back to his chair with his wife in tow. And she'll kind of float around. It is not about denying your requests, it is about questioning whether or not your request is even possible. And he'll look over at Sebastian. Sebastian, I could see your brain churning from here. Any thoughts? Well, if we brought your son here, perhaps he'd be capable of keeping him sealed, but I also don't know the mental fortitude of how the prince is doing nowadays. It's been centuries since he's disappeared. Yes, it has. And my mind's still boggling on how he escaped the pool of life unharmed. And you'll see him kind of like deep in thought. And Laura will look back at all of you. Well, I think we have some deciding to do then. I, for one, am all for helping this young man out, making sure he stays alive and is capable of going to sleep. Have we thought about potentially just releasing the dragon? I mean...
Oh, he's big mad that he is in that urn.
Yeah, but I mean, we do have the Fairy King and the Queen and the Chief of Battle and the Fairy... and the Fairy King's brother and myself and one of the greatest minds to ever grace Arune here with Sebastian. And then all of you. You think we can...
He got out one time.
It ended poorly.
He
For
killed
us,
two
almost.
of us. And it is only by chance that I was able to recapture him.
It was a bad night. For every party involved in that, to be fair.
Oh, he only knocked out two of us. I don't think he actually killed. I don't think I had to revivify anyone.
He almost killed Elko.
Yeah.
You'll see Elmic, Elka's brother, or Elka's father. I can take him. I'll kill him right now. And you'll hear Elka speak up. Brother, I was there when he appeared last. There's nothing I could do to him. And I'm more powerful than you. And you'll see Elmic kind of like cross his arms.
Zone of truth, bitch.
Literally. And you'll see the king kind of smirk at that. You know, Elkis, if you ever do want to usurp your brother from the seat, you have a chance. And you'll see Elmic like look over like, what? No? Surely you jest, my king. That's there's no way a string bean like my brother could ever take over my seat. Oh, on contrary, my dear friend, he is a much more powerful spell user than you are. But
Elka's gonna hold in a snicker, badly.
The king will shoot a look at you, Elka, and smirk at you, knowing what he's feeding into right now. Oh, brotherly love. I just love that you burning hearts are all born with twins at birth. It's fun making you two argue. But back at the task at hand. I suppose I could take control of the dragon if you like. What was your name, Mr. Lizard Man? Weavra. And he'll like walk over there.
Does that mean I need a wisdom save?
Yeah, actually.
God damn it. I fucking forgot.
You're
I
good.
accidentally did to GM.
He rolled a 29. He's fine. And the king will be sorry, I force a habit. I can take it over, though. If you like. I know this is your burden to handle, and my son has given you a task.
This one does not wish to burden you additionally in addition to running the country. This one would feel more comfortable if it is decided that we can feed Dragos to the well, to the Kintari.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's necessarily possible. At least not all in one go.
What if we could siphon it off? Would that not solve your country's problem?
It would more than likely fuel keeping the Kintari floating for a couple centuries, if not longer. We wouldn't have to sacrifice anybody. of high birth. Unfortunately, with the amount of magical energy a great worm would have, simply force-feeding it to a Kentari would result in the same issue that we would have if the Kentari ran out of magical energy, which means we'd fall out of the sky.
Yeah, that would be bad.
It would be very bad. And then the king will kind of like step back.
If you believe that someone can take this burden with a minimal of risk, this one would be happy to be rid of it.
We could always trap him in another plane.
This one does not have that ability.
Right, immortals. Huh. I'm surprised that my son didn't think of such a thing. Or maybe he did. And then he'll look at the urn. He actually did think of that. In fact, that urn leads to another dimension. Another reality of sorts. Okay. Well, let us deliberate, if we would even allow you to do this. And he'll walk back to his chair. I will let all of you, and he'll look to the other four, deliberate on your thoughts on the process. Laura, if you would go first. Well, I think the risks of letting this young man hang on to this for as long as it would take to fully absorb the power of a great worm would probably leave him here for probably the rest of his life. I don't know the lifespans of lizard folk, but I can't imagine they live too long. And we would have to siphon off the power for centuries. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way for us to do it, as much as it pains me. I feel like we'll have to come up with another option. Sebastian, will you weigh in on this? And Sebastian will put up his finger. Give me a moment to think. Okay, Elmic? I think that we should release him from his imprisonment and kill him. But that's my take on it. Letting him be absorbed by the pool of life seems like a fool's errand. And a great way to kill everyone here. And then he'll look over to Onyx. Well, I think perhaps we can siphon it off. Perhaps keep him in his imprisonment and just release bits and bobs of his magical power over the years. Perhaps we try it. We were almost due for our next ritual. I suppose maybe we can, if someone whose constitution does not equate to mine, which I remind you is very low, perhaps even the young man, we lead him to the pool of life and allow him to pour some of the magical energy out of the urn. I don't know if there's any way to extract just the magical energy in bits and bobs, but perhaps there's an opportunity. And the king will look over at Sebastian. Have you thought about it? I have, actually. I believe what Onyx is saying has some merit. However, I don't believe the urn that he currently resides in has the fortitude to withstand that mass amount of magical energy being poured out of it. I think it would break, and I think we would have. I think we would.
What if I could reinforce it?
Oh, and he'll look at you and realize you're in your armor. I have now realized where you're from. Do go on.
I'm fairly certain, given a short amount of time, that I could, in theory, reinforce beyond what it's capable of currently.
And you're positive you could come to this conclusion, come to this reinforcement?
I mean, I can at least fix it up from where it's at currently. I'm gonna walk over to Vaten quick, pull like 2 little lodestones out of my pouch, hold my hand over it, and just cast Mending.
You're casting Mending on the urn. Okay.
Yes. To repair the cracks. At the minimum for right now.
Okay. Interesting point of order. I'm going to need... Who hasn't rolled a lot tonight? Mousy. Roll D20.
Oh, God.
I'm rolling so badly tonight. I'm sorry.
Dun, dun, dun.
I rolled a 2.
Zane, you've
I'm so sorry.
mastered the art of mending something magically with lodestones. As you go to cast Mending on this urn, not only does the lodestone not activate, you can see the cracks starting to worsen as you add outside magical force to it.
Do I know what the urn's made of?
Make an investigation check.
I sure will. I'm actually good at these. 28.
The urn itself is made out of a terracotta clay.
Okay.
However, you do see adamantite dust sprinkled as a outside layer of protection. That seems to be very thinly melted onto the terracotta and mixed with to strengthen the binding of it.
I have a different way I can do this then.
Okay.
Would you all happen to have terracotta clay and adamantite dust lying around somewhere?
The queen will kind of like shift eyes over to Onyx. I suppose we could probably drum something up at one of the
I just
towers.
need a little. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, Zach.
I knew exactly what you're thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and say,
I have to have the raw stuff to do it, though.
roll just an intelligence check.
Okay. Nat 20 for, What's my bonus? Is a 26.
26?
Nat 20, but yeah, 26.
Yeah. Okay. As you think of this plan, you think about how it reacted to outside magic being introduced to it. And you were introducing a cantrip with mending. You get the sense, with your natural 20 intelligence, that it would be a horrendous idea to cast any more spells on the exterior of this urn, or it will crack.
Okay.
Regardless of your attempt to fix it.
Fair enough.
It is an item that is holding in an entire pocket dimension.
I have one other idea.
Okay.
And this is like, you're gonna have to tell me if this is possible. I know how to transfer my soul into shit. Could I, in theory, have Vaten do the same thing if I was to get a core crystal?
And what, transfer the soul of Uldragos into it?
Out of that, yeah.
Okay. You know? You think...
I have an empty Warforged core on me.
Using your knowledge into that intelligence check, that could work. However, you would gauge that it's about a... You'd say about a 60-40 chance that it fails. And
60 succeed, 40 fail?
60 fail, 40 success.
Oof.
Only because of how... No, only because of how powerful this guy is. His soul itself would attempt to break the vessel that you're trying to force it into.
Even if I was to fraction a portion of it off like I did with my own core?
Huh. You know? I'd say your odds of success were fractioning it off. About a 70-30 success rate.
I like where this is going. I'm going to confer with the team before I even suggest that. Be like, hey, we could do this. I'm not sure if it would work. But it could help if he gets out at least.
I feel like we're pretty lucky most of the time.
Most of the time.
Why not?
I mean, we could try to portion a piece of his soul off, and then I could have them submit the core into the lake. Wouldn't be a terrible idea, I guess.
I'm legit eating popcorn right now, by the way. I'm invested.
And in theory, if it works once, it should be easier to do the second time, to where I could, in theory, this exhausts the hell out of me when I do this. So it would have to be like a portion of his soul a day or whatnot, but I could get more of these cores from home. And I could do it again, and again, and again, and until it's done.
Hey, Zane.
Uh-huh.
With your intelligence check from earlier, you get the sense that that the fraction soul would take about it'd take about 12 fractions to fully scoop out his soul that way.
Okay.
It would be a 30% chance of failing every single time.
Okay.
And how we would do this is I'd have you roll a D100.
Okay.
Anything above a 30 is a success. Anything below a 30 and below is a failure. Now,
I have something to help me manipulate the odds in my favor.
I'd also like to let you know that the only way that a soul can be physically put into a core is that their physical body has to be, you have to touch their physical body.
Oh, well, this is gonna suck.
So, there's more than just, let's do it, planning.
Okay.
The king kind of like looks at you, like your brain working. I think we're are we in agreement that we may need to try something? And
How about
Yes.
we, since we have all of these people here, we touch him, then Zane just touches him 12 times.
This is gonna take a lot of
So,
Zane
I
could.
feel like we got the manpower and the women power. and
So,
the lady.
I
I'm
hate
going to die doing this.
I hate to tell you this. Every time Zane splits a soul and puts it into a core, it gives him 3 levels of exhaustion.
Oh shit!
I will die.
It'll take 3 to kill him,
I have 1 core on me, by the way.
and he only has 1 core. So there's gonna
So we
have to.
get more.
We could get
Do a
more.
little magic to help our boy Zane out. He'll pat him on the back. And I think we got this. I think it sounds like a good plan.
Sebastian.
What else do we gotta do?
Sebastian will look at all of you. I'm glad that there's at least one smart one among all of you.
Thank you.
And he'll look at you very confused, like that was not pointed at you.
Or you'll look away nonchalantly.
Zane will look over and nod. At this point, I'll probably drop my melt my helmet off so they can actually see my face.
Oh, it was Thaddeus that I saw bolt off to the side there.
Sebastian will say, I thought I sensed the magic of an infernal. I assumed it was you. And then he'll look over at your gauntlets. Interesting. Well, my suggestion is what they're saying. I believe it could work. We could split his core, if we could split his soul, otherwise known as his magical essence, into 12 separate cores over time, then we'd just be able to throw one of those cores in there whenever we need to. Why does this feel easier than it is seeming?
Because I make it sound easier than it seems. I can do it
Why am I away
once
off
and
to the
feel
side?
bad about it. I can feel twice and feel really bad afterwards. If I do it a 3rd time, I'm probably dead.
If it's 3 levels of exhaustion, if you do it twice, you're dead.
I thought it was 7 levels of exhaustion that you die, but is it 6?
So did I, but I clicked through on the character sheet.
Oh, so it's 6. Gotcha.
I can do it once successfully. A 2nd time,
Ow, baby.
at least per day, probably not a good idea. Plus, I only have the 1 core right now.
Is there a reason I'm way off to the side?
I don't know where you're at.
Like you're doing like mischief or something.
I
That's why you
thought so
went over
too.
there. Oh, hey, Thaddeus.
Hello.
Thaddeus, get back here.
Hey, you get power word killed by...
Thaddeus, over here.
And then Sebastian will look at the king. It's my vote says yes, we should trust these individuals and treat them as if they were one of our own. Let them fulfill their task for your son, and also provide our country with a needed source of magical energy that could last for centuries. And Laura will say, I see no reason to not trust them. They know my babies, and they actually seem like a good group of people, regardless of the fact that they're a little, strange. The name's funny, at least. So they have my vote.
Oh, Miguel Black.
Did you hear that? Thaddeus, we're good people. Every bad thing we've done doesn't count now.
Don't tell him about
Especially
what you
me.
Onyx will kind of clear his throat. Well, I would like to counterpoint to this. Would feeding what equates to essentially one of our ancestors to the Kintari, a person that is, or a dragon that is directly involved with our creation, wouldn't that stir up some malintent from those that descend from his bloodline? And
I will take
Dreas, Dreas will kind of look at him. That was also a concern of mine, but I wanted to hear what everyone else had to say.
To be fair, they don't know he's here in this room.
Well, word does travel quickly if the word is allowed to get out. However, we have been keeping secrets for over a millennia. I suppose one more couldn't hurt. And Onyx was like, it concerns me. For the sake of playing devil's advocate, I'm going to say no. But all of you are more than welcome to stay. I vote that all of you are more than welcome to stay in our country as long as you need. And the king will look over to Elmic, who seems to be tuned out of this conversation at this point. What? Huh? Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Let me roll for him. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it fun. Mousy,
My cat.
roll T100.
That's why you're all the way off. Is it your cat?
Yeah, it's my fucking cat.
50.
Wow. Okay. Your dad will look back at you, kind of like side-eye you. I suppose what they have to offer outweighs any risks to the safety of our people. And it's being brought forward by people that my daughter trusts. I will vote yes. Well, then it doesn't matter what I vote. Regardless, my vote is yes. Zane,
Yeah.
how quickly can you set up the ritual to transfer a soul into that
Pretty quick.
core?
The only problem we're gonna run into is I actually have to touch the big dragon guy.
You see the face of Elmic Burning Heart light up as you say that. You're saying we can fight the guy?
Yeah, if you want to hold him in place while I'm working my stuff for it, sure.
Oh, I have more than just holding. I can do more than just holding him in place. As he
Excuse me.
grips the pommel of his sword. I am all for this plan. Why didn't you just say that to begin with?
Because it's risky, and I don't want to die.
Well, a death here and there has never hurt the country. You'll be fine.
You tell that to the leaders of Ebrax.
And you'll see the gears moving in his head when you say Ebrax. Oh, perhaps you could stay alive. I agree.
Kind of look at him and nod.
The king would. I
Which
agree.
one is saying this?
Elka's dead.
Is Elka near me?
I mean, not within arm's distance, about 10, 15 feet away from you.
dad is an ass.
I'm aware.
His ears kind of twitch and tinge. You get the sense maybe he heard you say that.
Hey,
I'm okay with that.
With that insight check that I rolled earlier, Zach,
Mhm.
how sincere was he about the fact that his daughter trusts us as a reason, like as part of his reasoning?
From what you can tell,
Yep.
pretty straightforward.
Noted.
With that insight, you also gain some interesting tidbits, because now that you're looking at him, you notice that regardless of the fact that he seems to be spacing out, you see him glancing and looking over at his daughter about once every 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Almost in a sheepish way.
Cool.
Well, I suppose devil's advocate. Oh God, Jesus, brain.
It's okay. Take your time.
I suppose devil's advocate doesn't always work out. Good luck to all of you. If you need my help, I'll be in my tower, just above us. And you'll see the king. Hold on. Just because we've made the decision doesn't mean this meeting is over. Onyx. Ah, shit. Okay. The next order of business. And he will look over all of you. I believe that maybe, just maybe, it might be time for all of you to have a feast. Bit of a respite, and perhaps I can get my most trusted magical advisor to take that urn out of your hand, young man.
This one would be happy to be rid of it if we can do so in a safe manner.
Alwyn, I believe it's time for you to come in. And wandering into the room is about a 9-foot tall furbolg man. Facial features very similar to Alan's. Like, almost identical. And you'll hear Lara say, "Honey, did you hear that our boys are alive? Well, one of our boys are alive? We'll have to make a visit down there to see him one of these days." I heard. Yep, I got good ears, you know that. So which one of you? Oh, I see, the young lizard folk. All right, let me see if I can take that from you. All right.
Beware, this one must break concentration on it to hand it to you.
And then
There's a chance.
I understand. Well, and if he comes out, we'll deal with him. All right, he's gonna have to come out eventually, from what I heard.
Very well.
All right.
I'm gonna, before I just freeball this, I'm gonna look at everybody else, kind of get a nod from, make sure everybody is on board with this.
Zane's gonna nod.
I'm gonna nod, and
And he's gonna put his helmet back on. Just in case.
I'm gonna step behind Elka. I am going to come here, little doggy. I am going to disappear, and I'm gonna go. "Bye." And then I'm gonna slowly start walking around and watch the eyes of the council and see if any of them are following me.
All 5 of them,
Oh,
including
well,
the
at
queen.
least I know now.
All 5 of them are all 5 of them plus the queen are like, what is he doing?
In my head, I just imagine Thaddeus being like Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 3 with the Spanish setting doing the arm thing. Them just watching.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually. All right now. you let go of this chance he comes out. Chances are you and I are gonna be right in his crossfire. Get ready to brace yourself.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. So, fun. Let me grab this. Okay, I'm pulling up the item card.
I'm gonna poke Ori in the butt.
Why?
Seal. Okay, so as you let go and he grabs on, concentration is broken. For the first time in almost 6 days, you are not concentrating on this damn urn.
I think technically it's the second time in 6 days, but
Yes. I now need to make it's a Constitution saving throw using the stats of Aldragos. Aldragos has a plus 14 to his Constitution save. So, we're going to /roll 1 d20. 11 or higher and he breaks out. 10 or lower, he stays in. And this is about to figure out whether or not I have to make a token for Alan's father. All right, you guys ready?
Oh boy.
no, that's never stopped us before.
That's
Or
right.
he gets out his weapons.
You need a space in there.
Damn it. As you let go, you can feel, you know what just happened. Because you feel a burst of anger and pure magical energy burst from the urn. As you can feel the energy crackling.
Can I
You-
retcon something because it didn't
Sure.
seem important at the time, but it
Sure.
very much is now. I would have stepped away from everybody else. I would have been doing this like over here.
Okay, and we'll just fuck it. We'll use Alan's token to represent his dad. If it stops lagging, roll 20, please. Thank you. Hello.
Oh,
Double Alan, double the fun.
there we go.
As you go to let go, you feel the energy crackling, and you immediately think, well, fuck. Here we go. And as the energy's crackling, you feel a strange wafting of magical energy envelop around the urn as the king casts silvery barbs on Aldragos. So, he has to reroll.
I get orders. Goofy. We love that.
The king points, and in his kingly image says, "Not today." And concentration is
Regrettable not today.
no. He just kept the dragon from being released.
Okay. The way
and-
you said that sounded like it was regrettable. Not today.
And he kind of smirks, and Alwyn grabs onto it, and immediately he has to make a concentration saving throw, or a constitution saving throw. He gets a plus.
As soon as I have it off, actually, it's not, oh wait, no, it is concentration. As soon as I break concentration, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Alwyn.
Or Alwyn, yeah.
Alwyn.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about doing it at a higher level because I just need his Constitution. Which one is it? Bear's Endurance.
Okay, so he rolls with advantage. So the DC's 20. Alwyn's Constitution saving throw modifier is 11. So 9 or above. 17 plus 11, 28. He's good. He keeps concentration. He breathes a very relieved set of breath of fresh air and like looks at all of you. And as you look at this urn, the cracks along the side of it lengthen just barely. Weaver,
Yes.
as the silvery barbs hits, and the energy is starting to seep out, you hear a voice echo into your mind, and all you hear is, "You'll die." And it echoes out as the silvery barbs hits and closes it.
Oh, is that...
That was Uldragos speaking into your
No.
mind.
Okay, so that was just to me.
Just to you.
Okay.
Precious.
Alwyn takes a deep breath.
I would say that rattles me a little bit.
Fair enough. Alwyn takes a deep breath. Well, I got this for now. How about we figure out whatever you gotta do there, young man. He'll point to you, Zane. And once we're prepped, I'll be able to hang on to this for a while. I
We
don't.
can do it really fast, within 2 days. At least to start with.
Well, you said you said that you need to do it 12 times total. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you can only do it once every 3 days.
that depends on if somebody can heal me
Yeah, that's a good point.
and how many times they can do it over.
Well, we do have quite a few druids within the bar coppers, so I'm sure we can figure some people out that would be able to restore you to exhausted state. My king, I think it'd probably be better if we bring this over to our where do you think we should do this ritual? And the king will look at him. I think it would be best if you did it at the inner sanctum. That way, if anything goes wrong, it's separated from the rest of the world and the rest of the city. And when push comes to shove, if we're all going to die anyways, you might as well take the dragon out with you.
I'll raise my hand and just be like, why did we not make this exchange at the inner sanctum then?
And Alwyn will have the surprised Pikachu face on. I suppose that would have been the smarter idea. Us bar coppers were never known for our intelligence. Honey, I think you're selling yourself short. You did go to magic school at one point to be a wizard. Honey, I'm not a wizard, I'm a druid. And yeah, that ain't nah, I'm not about those books and stuff. I like the trees though.
Me. You guys say I'm the arrogant one.
So we need to make a trip to Ebrat, friend, and then we need to come back here.
Well, if you need a quick passageway to your home country, there are mages capable of teleporting you there and back. However,
We can just street walk.
that
Force
is
this
all.
one. Get sleep.
That is also an option.
And come back the same way.
Very well. Well,
This one can only do one per day, so
Yeah, but if
would
we
need
take one of their
transport there.
well, hear me out. If we take one of their druids with us, who knows the trees here, we could just go there, grab what we need, come right back.
Laura will look at you saying, How far away is my son's home from your country?"
Quite far.
"Oh, that's a shame. Do you have any way to get to his home quickly?"
We do, yeah. Lawton could technically tree walk us there, and then we could.
Her eyes
I can
will...
only do, like I said, I can only do one a day. So
"Honey, I can do like 7 a day. It's fine."
What?
in that case,
She's a high-level druid, man.
yeah.
It's tree stride, right?
Transport via plants.
Transport via plants. Okay, let me double check
6th
that.
level.
Yeah, she can do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 8 times. 8 times a day.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Actually, that would work if we went and saw your son. He went with us to my home. So if Vaten got us there, he could get us there. And then we could make our
Oh.
way back all within the same day.
Oh, that my son became a powerful druid just like that warms my heart. Wow. Well, I guess we have a plan then tomorrow morning. Honey, are you sure you're all right with that urn? I think I got it, yeah. As long as I'm staying concentrated, I can probably keep this up for about a month. And he kind of looks at you. "You did a really good job, young man. This is not an easy thing to keep control of. However, I'm a little worried about the fortitude of the vessel that this guy's sitting in. So, do try to make it a little bit faster, all right? Like, get back here as soon as you can, that type of thing."
Well, this will be a much faster occasion now.
All right. Well, I suppose that's fine. And he'll look over at Weaver. "I think this one's falling asleep where he's standing. At least that's what he looks like." As he points to Weaver.
I am already
I'm gonna walk over and let him lean on me as much as little as that's gonna actually help. Being half his height.
I'm definitely doing the nod off thing,
Yeah. Your father will walk over and also help. "Come on now. We'll get you to a bed," and he will kind of try to glance over at you, Elka. And then,
I am absolutely ignoring him.
Yeah, I figured. One thing that's interesting, now that he's stood up and he's kind of walking around, this is the tallest Harangon anybody has ever seen. He's 5'8".
holy shit.
He's a tall rabbit.
He's a big boy. Actually, he's a lanky boy.
Elkus is pretty tall for a Harangon. And to be fair, Elka's pretty short for a Harangon.
Yeah.
Elka's definitely on the shorter side for a Harangon. But Elkus is hold on. I think we actually have his height on his character sheet. I'm actually kind of curious.
Ori,
Oh,
with your strength, you should probably go help. I wouldn't be very much help, but I'm a little worried about the 2 rabbits trying to keep him up.
yeah, sure.
Remember, I'm relatively scrawny, so
Yeah. Elkus is 4'10", compared to his brother, who's about 10 inches taller than him.
Or he's gonna princess carry Reaper.
Oh, okay. That's
And I'm out. And I am
that's
out.
fine. You are.
First, he'll start rocking him. It's okay.
I've never have other than furbolgs. Nobody's ever made me feel short. As Elka's father looks up at you.
Small baby man.
He will.
Shut up, Todd. Shut up, Todd.
He
I
will.
wanna know what you're gonna say.
Oh
Oh fuck.
You can message me if you want.
You don't have to say it out loud. You can always say it above board. It's not like it's gonna be a. Doesn't have to be an in-character thing.
Well, he's thinking of saying, yeah, you haven't seen down his pants either.
Okay.
He's my father. Gross.
Still got him beat.
Oh, good. Do you have any hot milk?
Jesus Christ.
I'm already asleep. I'm already literally snoring.
Do you have
Does
any?
anyone have a blanket?
Let's take him back to our.
Laura's actually like, yeah, actually I have one right here. She pulls one out of her pocket.
How the hell? All right, thanks.
There you go. Yeah. And then she'll look over at the king. Your Majesty, if you don't mind, I think it would be beneficial for me to spend some time with these folk. Are we adjourned? Yes, we're adjourned. Rat bastards. Before you leave, well, I suppose one of you are already asleep, but I can't blame him. If you happen to run into my son, let him know I'd like to speak with him. Please.
I'll think about it. You sound like you wanted to hurt him pretty bad, so I don't know.
I'll tell you about that in due time. I'm sure he would
Which
probably.
one is saying that?
The king.
I'll consult the voices in my head before. Thank you.
Well, as you guys get escorted, or as Ori escorts Weavra out of the chamber, immediately Onyx will hop up and be like, well, I'm their tour guide, I suppose, of some sort, so I suppose I'll show him back to their compound. Laura, dear, would you like to come with? You're darn right I would.
I'll follow.
You'll see, as they're walking forward, an illusion falls over him, and the lengthy, scrawny version of him takes over as he steps out of the chamber.
Oh, and I'm just, right behind him.
Why do you do that, by the way?
This is the outward appearance that a majority of our residents believe I look like, and it's been a facade I've been keeping up for about 500 years now, so why quit? It's fun. Get off my... He will turn around and say, I understand I'm beautiful, but don't ride my ass like that.
Get him.
As he walks away.
Go get him, Thaddeus.
He's just like a fucking rabid dog, just like... So, as you guys are escorted back to your compound, Weavra takes a nice, long, well-deserved rest for the first time in a while. And as he sleeps and all of you converse and plan for what's next, Onyx leaves and goes about his business, but Laura does stick around. That's where we'll go ahead and end tonight's session. And we will be back next time with the craziness of this fucking plan. God damn it, artificers.
You're welcome. I wanted to do something really dumb, and I was like, this might work.
Could do something real quick before we end.
Sure.
Or he's gonna put him in the bed, and he's gonna lift up the bed and rock it.
Nice. Okay.
I was dead asleep.
Oh, he's.
As soon as you picked me up, I was out.
Where's our bard? We need some lullabies.
Above board, I have a plan when we get to Ebrats.
Okay.
To make this hopefully go smoother.
All right. Well, let me end the stream, and I'll be right back. Thanks for playing, by the way.
Here.
All right. That's where we're going to go and end it tonight. I've got a dog that's eager to go outside. So we're going to go ahead and end it pretty quickly here. Everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this there. We'd love to grow the channel there. And also don't forget to hit follow here. We are above 50 followers. I've applied for I've applied for affiliate, where we've yet to hear back about that. But once affiliate's out, we will have some emotes. I have some being made, as well as there's some other interesting things that we can do in the process of this. So thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. And hopefully next week we are back, because the schedule's been getting messed up. But hopefully next week we're back. Everyone have a lovely night, and I'll see you later. Peace out.